Hey guys, hope you're all well. This is going to be a slightly different video this week. This is all going to be about the Wests Tigers pre-season series. So if you're a player in pre-season or about to be going into pre-season, it's well worth a watch. Some really pertinent points around mindset, how you should be preparing yourself for pre-season, setting standards, and then obviously setting the scene for the rest of the season. And it's a really good insight into how coaches go about their way. So what's going to happen is I'm going to basically play the video. I'll pause it at certain points. I think we'll probably get to around halfway through. I might fast forward a few little bits as well, give you some of my thoughts and maybe some reasoning behind that current mindset or why they're doing that fitness drill, for example. So hope you find this useful. If you do like it, like and subscribe. It'd be really helpful.
6, Wests Tigers. Should be excited. I've noticed a lot of nerves in the room. I remember my first pre-season. It's pretty stressful, but even though it's going to be hard, who gives a f? Let's just embrace it, be positive about it, upbeat, because for some of you who are on training trial, this is only an opportunity that you might not get for longer than 6 weeks. So you got to make the most of it. The other thing I've learned about pre-season is that you'll never get this time back. And if you have a great pre-season, it sets you up for a good season. So if you haven't made your debut yet, or if you have, like, everyone wants to win a comp. So the question...
I think that's so important. I think some people can go through the motions in pre-season and kind of wait for it just to happen, and you're just looking to get fitter and get yourself there. I think pre-season offers a great opportunity to make sure you make the most of that time. Okay, you've got time where you haven't got games, you can train a bit harder, you can do extras, you might have that time to go above and beyond, so make it count. Because if you do have that good pre-season, you're probably going to be putting your hand up for selection and being one of those pivotal players in the squad.
If I said to you tomorrow that you're guaranteed to win the comp, or if you haven't played first grade yet, that you're guaranteed to make your debut,
be 100%.
Came out of nowhere, big shock. Something that we didn't expect was doing a 2K road run into a Bronco, where everyone knows a Bronco's coming, but...
Just let us be fresh. See, feeling good, guys?
I love this. They've thrown an absolute curveball in day one of pre-season, where boys are expected to be fresh for a Bronco. They've chucked in a 2K run prior to a Bronco. Now, you might be thinking, why the hell are they doing that? But that actually does probably back up my argument with sometimes the Bronco can be overrated. So it actually shows how important it is, but also it's not that important if they're prepared to make sure their players aren't fresh for it. Everyone's on the same playing field. Everyone's got those same conditions where they're both running 2K or they're all running 2K before that test. So putting too much of an emphasis on your Bronco time isn't the be-all and end-all, and obviously Wests Tigers aren't too worried about those scores if they're going to be chucking that at them. But I imagine it's more of a mental test rather than a physical one, that they're trying to see how the players and individuals respond to that.
Nervous, bro, nervous.
Just up! Rotate this way!
This warm-up's hard.
It's different prep work that they get through. I imagine they do a little more of a prep before they go out and run. So
the big things we wanted to focus on was strength, diet, putting on a bit of size. Yeah, we've still got some work to do there, but he's well on the way.
Right.
I love that little clip there. That just shows individuality, that you're looking at the pro level. Now, I imagine as the players leave for off-season, they've had individual meetings where they've set some goals for that off-season and where the coaches want them to be come pre-season. Now, I've been in plenty of meetings where we've set players goals to go, right, you're going to go away in the off-season, work by yourself, here's what you need to do, these are the targets that I want to give you. And it really shows a lot about a player if they take that word as gospel and they go and do it. You know the players that aren't serious if they don't action what that meeting's about. So it's a really good thing. I imagine there's been plenty of meetings post last season going into pre-season to make sure the players turn up in a good state.
My hips are dead. Right, they're gonna be sore as. Sir.
And I imagine as you, if you're a rugby player watching this, I think that's how you should look at the off-season as well. It's a real chance to make some serious change and making sure that you're also levelling up physically. You're not just coasting through the off-season and turning up, you know, in mediocre shape.
after 1.2. That's the biggest.
It's funny because you can hear a little bit of negative self-talk now.
Some of the boys like Morsey,
that 2K test is getting into people's heads
really
already.
Full on at school. He had to do his exams while he and yeah, done well. 2K road run trait before, I think everyone was shocked, and I think it was a hard wake up to just set the standards for our club as what we are this year, and I think everyone ripped in, so it was pretty awesome.
I think for us, I wasn't prepared to accept a low standard of fitness, no matter who you are. You know, and I made it clear to the guys who came into our organisation this year that I knew that if you're not fit enough, you won't get picked.
I absolutely love that as well. So you're never bigger than the team, and everyone's got the same drills to be doing, exercises to be doing. In pre-season, there's no hiding, so it doesn't matter about your resume, about your CV, about your level of athlete, wherever you've been. You know, everyone's got to do the same shit, and no one can hide too much in pre-season. I get it if you're injured, but if you're fit, there's no excuses that you can't pull out of that.
Does anyone think that was good enough?
No.
So everyone knows the time required now for everyone knows their 1.2 time.
Yep.
Outside back, edges, forward, everyone knows?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see who's prepared to pay the price.
I love that. I imagine the players have got together pre-Bronco and gone, let's coast that 2K a little bit. Obviously, boys are blowing because they've just done 2K continuous, but it sounds as if the coaches aren't too happy with their effort levels there. So they've gone conservative, try and save some energy so they can all go after the Bronco, which, you know, is good, but also probably not what the coaches want to see either. So now into the Bronco, I like that the coach has already come out and said, you boys should know the elite times, where you should be getting, and your level. The Bronco's great because you can compare yourself against, you know, the elite standards, where you are, where you sit. And for coaches, it's an easy snapshot to see where that aerobic fitness level is. So it's good from an external motivation point of view and making sure that players are on target and are up to that. You've gone out to seriously hot and I felt that. Big tip for the Bronco is just trying to stay real consistent with your rep times. Okay, so you don't want rep 1 to be really quick, rep 2 to be slower, rep 3 to be slower, because you're just never going to get back up to that. So your first rep doesn't want to be the fastest one. You want to probably leave your fastest one for maybe rep 3 or 4, and then you just empty the tank on rep 5. You want to make sure you've got energy in the tank to continue riding out and go through it.
Right, bring that energy up. Bring that energy up. Let's go. Stay in it mentally. Let's go.
Good.
On the line. I'm going to start pointing fingers and swearing at and that. We're not going to achieve what we want to achieve. Grab the by the shirt and pull the valet next to you, beside you. Let's go. Hey, simple rules. Toe touch. Deck behind the line. Simple. Hey, couple of efforts and we're done.
I love this. This is obviously like one of those tester breaker days. First up, I mean, it's savage, but they've done 2K run, Bronco, and then they're into some kind of Malcolm drill as well with some down ups to finish. So it's a heavy on feet conditioning day. Don't see any rugby balls going around, but that's absolutely fine. Day one of pre-season, that's absolutely sweet. If you think about it, these rugby league players are used to running 7-8K a game, so they've ran 3.2, 2K plus the 1.2, and then it's probably shorter there. So maximum, let's just say 6K in a day. If those boys are blowing up after that, they're seriously not in the right shape to enter pre-season. So again, it's a good tester, it's a good marker for the coaches to see where those guys are and see how they respond to it as well. Obviously the intensity isn't there in the running. 2K is a slow pace for them. The Bronco isn't like a repeat sprint one, and then this one, obviously, with the amount of down ups, the intensity's not there anyway. So obviously the load's high, but the intensity and probably the trade off there isn't going to be massive anyway. So it's a good way to push people mentally.
8, 9, 40.
You're going to hold the team back. I'll you off back over there. So if you don't want to make this time on this one, you can go back and do hot speed time for the rest of the day. Hey. Up to you. Make the
Let's go.
Fitness gives you the ability to do anything you want. You know, if you're fit enough and you get on the field and you're under fatigue and you're at a good fitness level, your brain makes better decisions when you're fitter. and it allows you to be in the game more.
I think we'll finish on that point actually, rather than making this video too long. But the fitter you are, the better you're going to be at rugby. At the end of the day, like Benji's just said, if you're fitter, you're able to make decisions under less fatigue. You're allowed to impact and have more involvements in the game, more touches, more highlights, and that's going to benefit you, but also the whole team as well. So it sounds as if day one has been a proper fitness day to see where boys are, see where they are mentally as well, and really lay down the gauntlet for the rest of the pre-season, which I rate massively, and I think day one's the day to do it. Sometimes to really set that precedent for the rest of pre-season, and obviously the boys that enter camp later on as well, those lads that have been there since the start are going to be in good shape, and Tigers have won this weekend, and they're looking pretty sharp, so that's good to see. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a like and subscribe. I may do another one if the feedback's good.